Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts on Valkyrie Elysium's latest gameplay and release date trailer. We knew this was coming because of a slip up from the PlayStation Store the day before, which I reported on when it happened, but we can now officially enjoy the trailer, and honestly, it's a pretty alright trailer. I do have a few things here or there, pretty much similar concerns to what I saw before this trailer had actually released. So it's about 3 minutes long and it showcases the graphics, some story beats, some gameplay, and some things that people who are fans of the original games, the Valkyrie profile games, were definitely looking to see more of. Now, from a graphics point, I feel like it has an alright stylistic view. I like when games just find a style and stick with it, even if it's not hyper-realistic or anything. But, of course, like with the original trailer, we're seeing some relatively stiff animations here or there. Like, there's just a certain oomph missing from the way that a hit goes, especially in that cutscene towards the end when they're dueling against another Valkyrie. Now, as for some other things in terms of story, the trailer focuses a lot on Valkyrie communicating with lost spirits to recruit them, something that is definitely expected in the Valkyrie profile games, and this is called the Einherjar. They pronounce it slightly differently in the trailer, but at least no one's calling it Einherjar, like I've heard it before. It basically, you can recruit spirits throughout the game, and they can join you in combat. It looks like two can join you in combat as once, as is indicated in some of the gameplay and in the UI that is shown. Now, speaking of the gameplay has several gauges present, but an otherwise pretty minimalistic UI. There's swappable weapons in the bottom left-hand side, and we know there are quite a few, some even showcased in the trailer itself. The Einherjar command charges seem to be what's in the bottom right on R1 and R2, and we can see them with different amounts of charges throughout the entire trailer. I'm curious if those recharge in the middle of the fight, if those are limited per fight. I'm not 100% certain because, well, we don't get enough of a prolonged look at them to really draw any definitive conclusions. Though it does look like it does recharge between one scene and another scene in a similar boss fight. So just a matter of if that's a recording continuity issue or if they do just charge over time or as you perform certain combos. On top of that, it looks like in the center, it is largely the gauge for dealing with divine arts. Looks like as the gauge fills, you can do divine arts, and then there are charges of it in the bottom. Not 100% sure on that, but I do like the minimalistic UI, and the gameplay looks fairly smooth. I'm sure there will be weapons that I find are clunkier than others, and I can kind of already see that in the trailer, but it is what it is. It just looks like it'll be a relatively okay time. But as long as the flow of combat looks solid and the story's semi-interesting, some of those stiffer animations definitely don't bother me as much. Kind of similar to Star Ocean: The Divine Force when we saw that trailer just about a week ago. Now, moving past the trailer, we do have some pre-order pages to look at as well. Now, the game is priced at $59.99, which I kind of expected, but at the same time, it does still kind of surprise me. It's just elements of it feel just short of that AAA experience, but it is what is essentially a AAA price. Not going all the way with the $70 cost like we've seen with some other titles, but basically what we accept as the industry standard for a AAA cost. And on top of that, it's such a busy season for games when this comes out that I feel like the blowback of that price point may actually be a problem. Even in Square Enix's own library, DioField Chronicles, Forspoken, and Divine Force are all around within a month of this, not to mention any other games on the market that might be releasing at a similar time. So I think that could be a concern, and some people may be waiting for a sale of some kind before they pick it up. Now, speaking of releasing, this was a release date trailer, so as we already knew from the leak on the PlayStation Store, it's releasing on September 29th for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and purchasing the PlayStation version allows you to play it on either platform. Now, interestingly enough, it will not release on Steam until November 11th. Given this was part of State of Play back in March, we can assume that it has a short exclusivity clause, but nothing all too major. You won't be waiting a whole year if you were looking to pick this game up. Now, here's where things get a little bit weird. The pre-order and digital deluxe versions are such a mishmash of features that it's just a little strange. So, the PlayStation version of the pre-orders just comes with a singular piece of equipment, a sword, while the Steam version's pre-order comes with 72-hour early access and some wallpapers. They even mentioned the wallpapers they might sell separately at a later date. Now, for the digital deluxe edition, The PlayStation Digital Deluxe comes with 72-hour early access, like the Steam pre-order version. It also comes with more equipment and even a copy of Valkyrie Profile Lenneth, which is the PSP remaster of the OG Valkyrie Profile, if memory serves. This will be sold separately at a later date should you wish to purchase it without Valkyrie Elysium. So I guess that's soft confirmation that Valkyrie Profile Lenneth is coming to the PlayStation 4 and 5. Now for Steam, it only comes with the sword, the same sword as the PlayStation Deluxe Edition, not the Lenneth. Actually, I don't even know if it's a sword. It's a piece of equipment. But you can get Valkyrie Profile Lenneth on Steam, it looks like. So this is also why the Steam Digital Deluxe seems to be $10 cheaper. So I'm wondering if Sony has some sort of exclusivity on Lenneth or if Lenneth will ever come to anything else. I think somebody told me Lenneth is even on iOS and Android, so I'm not really sure how exclusivity would work, but I guess I don't need to dive into it. That's just the facts of what is going to come with each pre-order and Digital Deluxe Edition. Now, of course, I'll be picking this up. I don't have much of history with the Valkyrie Profile series, and since this will come with the OG, it seems like a really good time to get acquainted with it. We'll see how the game itself does, making the shift from turn-based to action combat, but they seem to still be keeping a focus on the combos thanks to that little insight into the trailer, and everyone is always telling me, hey, I better be able to do 100 plus combo chains, and looks like that'll still be a thing. But will it be fun to do a 100 plus combo chain? We'll have to wait a little bit longer to find out. Let me know what you think of the latest trailer, the pre-order and Digital Deluxe versions for both PlayStation and Steam. Let me know in the comment section of the video below. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and until next time, take care.